Welcome to part 2 of documenting a style sheet in a living style guide. In this lesson, we'll be covering how you can create style sections. Creating style sections is as simple as using the @styles tag to break down your style sheet into sensible chunks. Doing this will allow you to talk about and understand your code better. Let's continue with the exercise from the previous lesson. We have a style sheet with styles that define buttons in general, regardless of the markup that's used, either using a button or an anchor tag. And then we have definitions of color. With the @styles tag, we can break down the color definitions into its own section, not only to talk about them separately, but to also be able to hyperlink to that section directly. Here's how it works. We add a new content block using the @styles tag. Then we give it a unique name, button colors, and then the title of button colors. Also, we can give it a description and add a demo for it to only show the button colors. When we run this again and view it in the browser, we should see this. Notice that the new comment block is now a section within the buttons doc, but also you can now point directly to it using this URL, which will only show that block of content. We find this very useful because you can point people to a specific section in the style guide versus saying, it's in X page under X section, then you need to scroll down and blah 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 blah. Instead, you can provide a direct link and end of story. Additionally, you can also create selections or groups in the sidebar of the style guide. For this, open the file styles.md, located in the Markdown directory. You'll notice here a new tag called @group. Now let's break down one of the strings. @group. The @group tag allows you to create a section in the sidebar that appears under the parent section. For example, the groups theme and baseline will appear under the parent section of styles. Styles.theme. This is the unique name for the group. A good practice to follow here is to use the name of the parent section, in this case styles, as a namespace. In this way, if you want to create another group with the same name but under a different section, the name of the group will remain unique. 0. This is the order in which the group should appear, which starts with 0. If no order is assigned, then the list of groups will be shown in alphabetical order. Theme. This is the actual name that will show in the sidebar, so you can use multiple words with spaces and other characters. To see groups in action, let's add new groups as follows. Finally, let's add a doc under this new section. So open the file forms.less located under base/bootstrap-custom/forms, and on line 3, replace styles.base for styles.forms. Then run the docs and refresh the browser. You will now see the form elements doc under the group forms in the sidebar. This wraps up our course series on creating a living style guide. At this point, if you've been following along, you should have a running style guide of our sample app, and a well thought out plan to create a living style guide that you can use as a baseline for other projects. But if you haven't, be sure to check out the previous lessons. I invite you to share this course with others and reach out to us with any questions and observations. Cheers.